Good
Hello, everyone. How are you on this fine Monday morning?
brisk Monday morning.
Brisk. Yes, it was very brisk here this morning as well. Before we get started, Carrie has a migraine, and so I told her health was more important than going live. So Froggy agreed to come up here with me, and I so greatly appreciate that. It's awful kind of her. So I want to start off by saying hello, Pat Cray. I know that she's not here, but thank you for leaving your comment. There's Arlana and Frizzy B. You are up early this morning, girlfriend. There's Michelle Mosaic and Mary. Good morning, sweetie. Donna, how are you today? Thank you for being here. And Sammy, how are you? Sam, I hate my internet. Keeps going in and out today.
Oh,
I
bless you.
think they're working on the line. So if I don't reply, it's not because I'm being rude. Oh, sweetheart, that is okay. We've all been there with the internet situation. And there's
Yes.
my crafting Amy. How are you, sweetie, today? I'm
Well,
so glad all of y'all are here.
I'm going to show you my temperature. It is 26, but
Oh my goodness.
feels like 16.
Holy smokes. Well, we started out at 43, now up to 55, but folks, the wind is blowing out
Yes.
there, let me tell you. Oh,
I got wind today. I have wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour, but sustained
well, I haven't
winds
checked to see what mine are.
30. My wind is 30 miles an hour, gusts up to 50. But it is
Wow.
chilly.
Yeah. In fact, we started just a teeny bit late. Froggy needed to go throw some more logs on the fire before we got started because she didn't want it going out while we were
No.
in here. So, oh,
No.
that's awesome, Frizzy. She always gets up to be with Kim at Fortune Knit Creations.
Nice.
And then she's up here with us. So that's awfully sweet of you, sweetheart. I am so thankful.
Yeah, I'm
Michelle
feeling
says,
it, so.
yeah, Michelle says 18. Amy says 14 with a dusting of new snow. Oh my goodness. Everybody else is colder than me.
I
Man,
had snow yesterday.
yes, you did. Did
I
any of it
did.
stick? Yeah,
Just um, like on the sides of the road, it's stuck,
right,
and in the deep woods where the sun doesn't hit, it's stuck.
right.
That's it. But no, it didn't really stick much.
Oh my goodness.
But no, it is very cold.
Well, yeah, see, it's only supposed to get up to 67 here today.
I reached
Now,
my high for the day.
oh goodness gracious. Woo! I remember those days when a blue norther would come through West Texas. Yeah, some days you had it where it didn't even get out of the teens.
No, it's the high. That's it.
Mhm. Yes, Kathy, I'm still in Florida. I'll be here through the new year. Now, how much longer after that, I'm not real certain, but probably right up to the summertime. Um, they're already telling my hubby that as soon as this project's over with, they're going to roll right into the next one. So, looks like I'll be here for a bit. But I am so excited to say, folks, Merry Christmas!
Merry
First off,
Christmas. Oh, and it's a true story.
that's right. It truly is. Man, I've been saying it ever since Saturday. I did hold off. I didn't say it Friday because I needed Thanksgiving, to have its due. But Saturday came and I just couldn't stand it any longer. We turned on the Christmas music and I have been listening to it ever since. Yay! That is exactly right, Frizzy.
I
It
love
is
it.
Christmas time. And
Yeah.
so I chose for us to talk about today. I want us to all share with one another at least one. Now, if you have many like me, but at least one favorite Christmas song that you always look forward to hearing this time of year. Well, hello there, Scraptastic. How are you
Hey.
doing, sweetie?
Oh, oh, Holy Night.
Oh, holy night.
I always look forward to hearing that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um well, there's like 50 of them,
Oh,
but
I don't
you know,
even count anymore because there's new ones that pop up every year, and I think, oh my goodness, this is my new favorite Christmas song.
but like Oh Holy Night's one of my like all-time favorites,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, Silver Bells.
Yes.
I mean, I can't help it. The one with the little drummer boy.
Yes. And Little Drummer Boy, and then there's another one that we don't hear that often anymore.
Do you hear what I hear?
Yes, there you go.
I
There
love
you go.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mary.
Yes, Kathy. I love anything that's played by Mannheim Steamrollers.
Oh, yes,
Oh my
absolutely.
goodness. Mm-hmm.
I love A Holy Night.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I
Mary
actually
says,
performed that once, and I love it.
I remember being 10, 11 years old where I could still reach the high notes. That on a Sunday evening Christmas pageant, I got to sing it as a solo. And a couple of years later, I wanted to do it again. But by then, I had gone from a soprano to a low alto.
Oh, no,
So there was no way I was going to be able to sing it.
I did it as a teenager. I was a soprano, and I did hit all the high notes. And I did that in church, and it's such a lovely song.
Right.
Oh, I love it.
Sam, We Three Kings of Orient are. I think most of the time you'll just hear it, We Three Kings. Yeah.
Bearing gifts, we travel so far.
Do you hear what I hear? Yes.
I love that song, Sam.
Mine has always been, and don't ask me why, because folks, for pianists, Christmas songs out of the hymn book are the hardest songs to play. I am not kidding you. And the biggest reason being is because we only sing them, for really a very few short Sundays in the year. At our church, in fact, we will use July as Christmas in July, and we will sing Christmas songs every Sunday in July just because, but yes, they are the hardest songs to play. And so my favorite Christmas song, as far as the hymnal goes, has always been The First Noel. I love that song.
I love that, Michelle. The sleigh ride. I can hear it in my head. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, I hear it. I hear that in my head now.
Right.
It's an instrumental, and it's a beautiful instrumental.
Oh my goodness. Kathy said, my almost favorite to listen to is Mary, Did You Know I Can Actually Play That on my violin? Almost.
That's beautiful.
You can. All right, that's good. Yes.
Yes, Mary, Did You Know It's beautiful.
Carol of the Bells. Yes, the trumpet's lofty sound. Mary, Did You Know? White Christmas. Yes.
And
Ave Maria, all of the versions. That's right.
Yes. And Hallelujah.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I remember being in my 20s, and we lived way down in deep South Texas, a town called Carrizo Springs. And there was in our town, there was a women's group there. We were called the Harmony Singers. And it was 6 women that got together, and I belonged to that group. And then there was another group of men. Can't remember what they were called. Anyway, the chorus from Laredo sent invitations for us to come and sing the Hallelujah. Nice. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes.
Hi, Laura.
Hello, Laura, sweetie. What's your favorite Christmas song? Joy to the World. There you go, Donna.
That's beautiful. I also like your more newer one. I love Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, I grew up with Frosty and Rudolph.
I can't help that. I love Frosty.
Yep.
It's very nostalgic to me because I've watched it ever since all my life. Rudolph, I grew up with all my life. And yeah, y'all are gonna think I'm funny, but the Grinch song, "You're a Mean One," Mr. Grinch. I love that. It's silly, but yet I love it, and I hear it in Boris Karloff's voice because he did that in the cartoon.
Yes. See that every time I hear Frosty,
it's Burl Ives
and Rudolph. Burl Ives. That,
I love
yes,
that.
that's just iconic.
That's my
It
favorite
really is.
snowman, by the way, is the Burl
Mm-hmm.
Ives snowman with that plaid vest. I love that.
Oh my goodness. Your
Wonderful.
flight tracker. My mom is now in the air. First plane of 3. She'll be back home in March. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Rudolph, Joy to the World, and Frosty.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am. And White Christmas, of course.
You gotta have White Christmas. That's Bing
Mm-hmm.
Crosby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, like I should know all this, but I do.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I
I
love
grew up with them. Yeah. Um,
I did. And of course, when you go into movies, It's a Wonderful Life.
Hello, Miss
Oh,
Tracy. Oh,
Tracy.
sweetheart, how are you doing today?
That It's a Wonderful Life, and when I hear the bells, I think an angel gets its wings.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
love that.
Yep.
And the Train, the movie with Tom Hanks in it, doing the voiceover, and all the boy wanted was a bell from Santa's sleigh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And don't judge me, I have one. I like the musical score from these movies. They were fantastic. And don't,
Mm-hmm.
that's Polar Express. Don't judge
That's
me.
right. Yes.
Don't judge
Uh,
me.
Tracy was saying that she loves in the song. No, Kathy, excuse me. My favorite verse in Mary Did You Know is when the singer mentioned, and when you kissed your little baby, did you know you kissed the face of God? That's right. Isn't that oh, I got chills.
That gives you
Yes,
chills.
it does, doesn't it?
It does.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Kathy's saying good morning, Wednesday.
Yeah, it does. It does. It makes you stop and think.
It really does. Oh, you
It
watched it last night, Lana? Now,
really,
see, for us, that is the movie that we sit down and watch on Christmas Eve.
yeah, I'll
And
watch. Yeah, closer to Christmas.
mm-hmm.
Now I watch A Christmas Story on Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Yeah.
was my
Well,
dad's
we watch it
favorite.
with the kids, along about 6, 7 o'clock when we can get everybody together. We all FaceTime one another and everybody says, play. And so we all get to sit there and watch it and watch all the kids and see. Yeah, we do that one.
It's just me and
Uh,
my husband. But with the children, we did watch Rudolph and
yes.
Frosty and Polar Express and The Grinch. We watched all those movies. And of course, Elf. I love Elf.
Oh, yes.
Santa, I know him. I'm sorry.
I've got to write this one down. Sammy said there's a song my middle school sang. It was A Gift for Every Child, and I love that song with all my heart. I don't think I know that. I might once I
I don't
hear
recognize.
it. I don't either. A gift
Oh, Little Donkey.
for every.
I like that. Oh my, Sam.
It's Ralph all grown up.
Yes.
you sit,
The part two is Ralph
you
all
sit
grown up
on.
on the
Oh,
throne.
okay, okay.
Oh my. And then Heatmeister and Coldmeister.
Yes,
I
from
like, I like all those.
oh, which one is that
I'm
one?
very childish.
No. It's hard not to be a child at Christmas time. It just really, really is.
It makes, yes, I feel very young at Christmas.
Mhm. Yeah, it really does.
Yes. Even if I don't get anything, I still feel young at Christmas.
Oh,
Um,
yes. It's not about
it's
the presents.
it's not. It's about the love.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Yes, it
birth
is.
the birth of Christ. That's what
That's
it is
right.
to me. And it
Yep.
means so much. So I enjoy watching those. And of course,
Mhm.
we watch the Nativity Story.
Oh, yes.
That means so much to us.
Right.
What do you guys watch at Christmas?
Well, like you said, we have to watch Frosty. Hello, Jill. How are you, sweetheart? We are talking about our favorite Christmas song. So what's yours? Like you said, we have to watch Frosty and Rudolph,
Yes.
White Christmas, and of course, all the different variations of Scrooge.
Yes.
Yes, we have to watch every single one of them that we can find.
Oh, which is the one that I can't think of his name, the actor. That's my favorite one.
I love the one with George C. Scott.
That's the one.
That one is my favorite.
I couldn't think of his name. I kept thinking Albert Finney, and it's not Albert Finney. It's George C. Scott. That is my favorite one. I will watch that one. I'll watch a bunch of others, and then I'll go back and watch the one with George C. Scott again. It is my favorite.
Kathy says, I like Santa Claus, the one with Dudley Moore. It was made in 1985.
Yes. I remember that.
Oh, the Muppet Christmas Carol. Yes, I forgot about that one. That's what it's called, the Christmas Carol.
That's adorable. I do love A Miracle on 34th Street.
Yes. I love both versions. Of course, my favorite is the one that has Natalie Wood in it as a little girl.
That is my favorite one.
Yeah.
That is my favorite one. With
Scraptastic says, and I'm not going to even try to say that, Santa is the father of all children, a very funny Christmas movie.
Never heard that one.
There you go, Laura, the 1947 version. Thank you very much, sweetie.
Yes, The Bells of St. Mary's.
Oh, my goodness, that is, yes. Mickey Mouse Christmas Carol. And, another one I love is Charlie Brown's Christmas.
I have to watch that, especially the soliloquy that Linus gives. That really touches the heart because he reads directly from Luke in the Bible.
I know.
And I really love that. I remember discovering that he was reading from the Bible. I was probably 12 when I realized he was reading from the Bible. And of course, I'd been watching it for many years prior to that. But that I still remember going to my grandmother saying, they were reading from the Bible, Grandma.
Jill says, I have too many favorite Christmas songs to pick just one. Well, I do too, but it's fun to share some of them and to reminisce about when we've seen ones. If I remember correctly, now somebody's going to correct me, I'm sure, but didn't the very first showing on television of The Wizard of Oz come out at Christmas?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes, it did. That's why they show that in the movie A Christmas Story. They show them seeing the characters of The Wizard of Oz at Christmas time.
Okay.
It was released at Christmas.
Mine too, Kathy. Mine too. Except my dad would read. Yes, there you go. Thank you. I had a little air bubble go through my head. Oh, Laura, thank you. She's reminding those of you, some of you may have forgot to hit the thumb on the way in, so please take just a moment to go and do that.
Yes, get them
thummies. Oh, you did.
Yes, I love that.
Yep,
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve too.
Christmas Eve, it was either my mom or my dad. They always.
It was always my dad, and he carried that tradition on even after we married. When we would come home, for Christmas, especially if we were all there on Christmas Eve, Dad would read it, and the grandkids to this day, my kids, remember my dad reading the Christmas Eve story. That's what they always called it. Is Grandpa going to read the Christmas Eve story? Yep.
That's what we thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
We're old enough to read the Bible and realize they're reading from the Bible.
That's right. That's right.
I always thought that was funny. And other kids were hearing 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. And of course, we were hearing Luke.
Right.
And not understanding that theirs was different than ours. I thought everybody got read that.
Right.
And boy, was I wrong. Oops. And we read to our children from the Bible. And now I made sure as they got older that they knew it was from the Bible.
Right.
But yeah, we read to our children from the Bible. But I also got the storybook of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Right.
So they could understand both.
And you know, there's so many wonderful songs that come out new each year, at least one or two that I'm able to catch. And I'm really bad about names, and I'm really bad about titles to songs unless I hear them over and over and over again. But I do want to share with you, there's a Christian song, O Come, Emmanuel.
Yes.
And one year, during the week, I had heard it played on the radio. And me being a pianist, I really tuned into it because it started out with just the very first verse being played just by a single note. There were no chords. There were nothing else. It was just the whole verse and the little chorus that went with it. And it was all played like that. And then as it built into the rest of the music, the second verse, there was some chording added. And then the third verse, it got very, very elaborate and did a big crescendo. And then by the time it ended, it was down to that, just one note at a time. And so the next Sunday for our offering time, I always had a special piece that I played. I played it that year exactly like I had heard it on the radio. And after the service, the preacher came to me and he said, Maureen, I don't know if you know it, but there was not a single sound while you were playing that song. And I was like, wow. So although it's always been a favorite for me, it definitely has a special place in my heart now, simply because of the impact it had, at least for that one Sunday. Kathy said, I got Night Before Christmas, but my mom before I went to bed on Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day, Dad read Luke. So you got both. Okay. Yes. Pentatonic Christmas. Oh my goodness. I love listening to them. Oh, and not just at Christmas time either.
I love pentatonics. When you mentioned O Come, Emmanuel, I thought of O Come, All Ye Faithful.
That's right.
I thought of that. And the movie you're looking for is called Santa Claus the Movie. That's the title.
Oh, okay.
So that's the movie they're looking for with Dudley Moore. So look up Santa Claus ... the movie, and you'll find the one with Dudley Moore. So there are so many Christmas movies.
Oh my word.
But I love them. I love watching them. That's pretty much what Joey and I will do this month.
Right.
And watch different Christmas movies. I mean, and I'm just naming the ones we never miss out on. It's a Wonderful Life, White Christmas, The Christmas Story, The Grinch. The original Grinch cartoon one is the one I'm referring to, of course, Karloff. We never miss out on Frosty with Burl Ives, since he's my favorite. I mean, there are so many. The Bells of St. Mary's, we never miss. I'm sorry you hate that, Kathy. It's good in its own way. We never miss the Dorothy Scott, A Christmas Carol.
Yes. And you know, the one with Picard, Patrick Stewart Picard.
Yeah, with Patrick Stewart, it's actually pretty good.
Yes, it really is.
Yeah.
You can, I mean, for me, knowing that he started out in theater,
Yes.
You really get to see that.
Yes, he's a very good actor.
Yes, well, he's a good actor, but I mean, his theatrical background really comes across in that movie. And first time I watched that, it was like, oh my goodness! Oh, there you go. Lana said she found it.
You're welcome.
That's good. Yes, there's been so many variations of Scrooge.
Yes.
The Christmas Carol.
Hi, Connie.
Who was it that played that one? Man, I can see his face.
What, Bill Murray and Scrooge?
Bill Murray. There you go. Yes. And they even have one with Margot Thomas.
Yes.
Where she was, yeah, she didn't like Christmas, and of course had her little epiphany. And hello, my Connie. We are talking about our favorite Christmas song or songs and movies. So what is one of yours? I'm not going to limit you just to one, because we can't choose just one either.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my God.
Really?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's more than 16 movie variations. Yes.
Of the Christmas Carol?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. My word.
Well, you've got Disney's version, the Muppets version, George C. Scott's version, Patrick Stewart's version, Scrooged. I mean, there are so many different versions.
Mm-hmm.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I like the ones I like. And do I watch the Muppet one? Absolutely.
Well, yes.
Kermit's in it.
I know. You have to watch it.
I like them.
It's a given.
I like them. They're cool.
And you know, I love the Hallmark Channel at this time of year because that and Lifetime, they put out such wonderful Christmas carols. Not carols, excuse me. Christmas movies. Yeah.
Hi, Debbie.
Hello, Debbie. How are you doing, sweetie? Thank you so much for joining us today. Share with us your favorite Christmas song and or movie. That's what we're talking about today.
I mean, there's so many of these.
Mm-hmm.
There's one called This Is Scrooge, and it's animated.
Oh!
Yeah. There are
Lana
so many.
That she and her son watched The Muppets Christmas Friday night.
There's a movie called The Ref, the R-E-F, The Ref. That movie is hilarious. It is a Christmas movie. People often don't think of it, but it is hilarious. It is a really good movie.
Okay, I need to write that down.
Yes, it's called The Ref, R-E-F, Ref.
Okay.
Now, I consider Die Hard a Christmas movie.
Yes.
And so I'll watch the Die Hard movies.
My husband will watch the first one, but that's the only one he likes. Is the first one.
I like 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And 3.
Right.
Not big on after that. But I like them. Mm-hmm. They're very good.
It's funny. My oldest daughter waits in October for the list to come out of the new Christmas movies.
Yes.
And she will write them down when they come in. And then, of course, she always has to look for the ones that they play, repeat from years past. And she has to watch every single one of the, I'll tell you in a minute. Man, I can see them. Victorian. Come on, Froggy, help me. Little Women type.
Yeah. Pride and Prejudice, Little
Pride
Women.
and Prejudice. There you go.
I love Pride and Prejudice.
Yes. The Christmas shoes. Yes. Yes, the Christmas shoes and the song. It is a tearjerker.
Yes.
That is absolutely right.
Yes. Oh, Silent Night is an amazing song.
Yes, it is.
And yes, of course, you know, there's always Froggy Style, and there's all the horror movies at Christmas too.
I'm just like The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Well, but that's not really scary. But yeah, there are a lot of horror movies geared around Christmas. Now I'm gonna be honest, I don't normally watch those. I don't want my Christmas ruined.
Right.
Yeah, but I do like the movie Krampus.
I don't know that I've ever sat down and really watched that one.
Well, Krampus was a German thing.
Okay.
He was the evil one that would come and get you if you were bad. If you were bad at Christmas. Yeah.
That's probably why I didn't watch it.
He's like this horrible monster thing. So I like the story of Krampus. I think it's cool.
Oh, Sam, A Sunburnt Christmas. It's set in Australia. Well, of course, I'll have to go check that one out.
And didn't Elvis do a Christmas movie?
Yes, he did.
And that was, I remember watching that years ago.
Oh, Lana says that she loves the music for that one.
Yes, Connie. I brought that up earlier. Hey,
hello, Daniel. How you doing, sweetie? Are you almost home? He has had a wonderful time with his mom in Prague.
Yes.
Been seeing some lovely pictures there.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon's another one too. He's still in Prague.
Oh, you're still in Prague right now. Okay.
And do any of
The Gift of the Magi
with the long hair to get her husband a gift, and he gave
her a comb for her hair.
Hey, Michael.
How are you, sweetheart? We love you. Yes, and thank you so much for joining us on TFF yesterday. If any of you missed Twisted Fiber Friends yesterday, Michael came back for more talk of Tunisian crochet. So it is up for replay. Go there and catch it.
Yes, go back and watch it. It's well worth watching. He gave you lots of tips.
Well, Michael, if you're still listening to us, we're talking about our favorite Christmas songs and movies. So if you get a minute, be sure and leave it in the chat. And Daniel, what's your favorite song and movie?
Oh, and then what is that song? I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
Yes. Oh my goodness. My husband sent me a clip yesterday. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. There were some people that were walking in the neighborhood. I mean, quite a few of them. And deer started running through the crowd, and a couple of older women got knocked down by the reindeer. And the caption was, real life, Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
Oh my.
Oh, no favorite song, but Harry Potter's are Christmas movies to me. Yes, they certainly are.
Hey, Robin.
Hello, Robin, sweetie. How are you doing? Daniel says Polar Express and Under the Tree by Kelly Clarkson.
I like Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, too. Rocking around the Christmas tree. I don't know that movie.
Debbie says the new movie, Hot Frost, is cute. I haven't heard about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Laura. No, there's no Star Trek Christmas.
No. Isn't that a shame? Wouldn't it have been cool to have seen the Enterprise or the Voyager all decked out in Christmas?
That would be cool.
It would have been. It really would have been.
That would have been real cool.
I'm sure if my youngest grandson was here, Warren, he would tell you that the Guardians Christmas movie would be his favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he loves that one. Oh, it's a Netflix movie.
No, never.
Okay, thank you. Hot Frost, Netflix.
And I do agree some of the Harry Potter movies are kind of Christmassy. I agree with that. And our kids did want to watch Harry Potter when they were off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
Mom didn't always want to watch Harry Potter.
Oh, I'll watch them every time they come on.
Joey does. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of am a Harry Pottered out.
Oh,
I'd rather watch Lord of the Rings or Star Trek or
mm-hmm.
Star Wars.
Right.
Very much Harry Pottered out.
I don't think I'll ever be Harry Pottered out. Yeah, I love them all.
Yeah,
And of
but when
course,
your kids, that's all your kids wanted to watch. And in order to watch the next movie, we had to go back to the beginning and watch them all over again.
well, yes, you got to watch them all. You can't just watch one or right in the middle. I mean, that's like opening a book and, starting in the middle of the book.
Yeah,
You do
but
that.
my kids didn't like Star Trek or Star Wars, which mine did.
Oh,
Yeah, that was very disheartening.
that would be a problem.
Mm,
Yeah. Well, see, we always had trade-offs at my house.
no,
We'll sit and watch this with you, but then you have to turn around and sit and watch this with us. So,
no, they didn't sit and watch it. They got up and left. Bums.
Mhm.
No,
Debbie
I agree
says,
with you, Connie. I'm kind of weird too.
mm.
I mean, I can tolerate it, but it's not my favorite thing.
"Oh, Lana," she says, "I never watched past the third movie on Harry Potter. She keeps trying, but something interrupts, and then I wait so long that I have to start over again."
I've seen them all multiple times. I don't need, if I never
Mm-hmm.
saw them again, I'd be fine. It wouldn't bother me.
Oh no, no. A Christmas Carol, the old one, is my favorite to watch. Tracy said, "Yes,
I
yes,
like
yes,
the old
yes."
one.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I even like the silent one.
I've never watched the silent one. I've never had a real
I
interest in
like
watching those movies.
I like old movies. I even like silent movies. Um, I get a kick out of them.
Mm-hmm.
The actors are over dramatic with their
Well, yeah, they
emotion,
have to be. Uh-huh. Yeah.
and sometimes it cracks me up. But they are very over dramatic, and I really enjoy watching that. So
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you stop and think about it,
they
if you
had to
have
go.
to act without saying anything,
Yes.
that's the only way you could convey uh, anger, your emotions, what's
Mhm.
going on, and the interacting. But debating which crackers to get for my summer sausage and cheese. Oh, sweetheart, for me,
Um,
it's always saltines. My husband has to have Ritz.
I'd go with buttercrackers, club crackers.
Yeah, see, I just like my good old saltines.
I like club crackers. Um, I like Lionel Barrymore. Lionel Barrymore. He was very good.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Sam said she bought a book about a decade ago, which listed every Christmas Carol movie ever made. It's
I told
amazing.
you
Oh my
there's
goodness.
a lot of them, and they're very interesting. And I like seeing each director's take on
Mm-hmm.
Christmas Carol.
Right.
I like that.
Sam says, don't watch the one with Guy Pearce as Scrooge. It is too dark. Oh
Yeah,
goodness. Okay.
I'm just fascinated with the different takes on things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like watching the movie The Shining and reading the book.
Right.
The book being the original,
Mm-hmm.
and that's Stephen King's original story, and then seeing the movie, which is Stanley Kubrick's take and
Yes.
interpretation of the
Right.
story, which is
Yes.
completely different.
than
the original story. It's very interesting to see someone's interpretation.
Yeah.
It's like the movie The Lord of the Rings is Peter Jackson's interpretation of the book. It's not the original story.
Yep. I remember when the movie The Hobbit came out.
Yes.
The Hobbit is my oldest daughter's probably really is her favorite book of that whole series.
It's my favorite.
She was so, I mean, she would sit there and she'd go, "That's not right.
Nope.
That is not how it goes in the book."
I
mean, and by the time it was over with, she was just mortified that they had not followed the script in the book.
I know. They did not.
Oh my goodness.
There were characters missing. I know. I was disappointed in that. But you have to step back and remember it's the director's interpretation.
Well, yes. Yes.
You know, I mean, they eliminated complete characters who would have been spectacular on screen.
Right.
But they didn't. Oh my.
I have seen that one, Sam. Guy Pearce, the one, yes, Pratchett's wife paying the rent for their home in a very old professional kind of way. Yeah, I did see that one. You're exactly right. It is very dark.
Yeah, the movie doesn't scare you once you read the book. That's how you are with the Harry Potters. The books are much different. I agree.
Oh, yes. My oldest daughter will tell you that as well, because she has read every single one of them.
I've read everything by J.R.R. Tolkien. And the movies are interpretations of the books, not identical. And they are my favorite books of all time. I was fortunate enough to be given leather-bound editions of them.
Oh, wow.
I loved them before the movies even came out. I loved them so much. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how much I love these stories. I was always saying they need to come out with a live action version of them. And the fact that they finally did blew my mind.
Right.
Here I am so excited for it. And then I go and see it and I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
One of my favorite characters was eliminated. But if you read this story, you'd hear about this character called Tom Bombadil and his wife. And I was so heartbroken he wasn't in the movies. He was eliminated. He was a shapeshifter.
Yeah. He wasn't even given a mention.
No. Yeah. No, he actually goes and fights in the Battle of the Five Armies. And he wasn't even there.
Yeah.
What they could have done with him would have been amazing.
Couldn't even read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe because it was too different from the movie. I just like the movie better. Really?
Yeah. Huh. I don't. I like the books better.
I do too.
But, you know, I'm a fan. Yeah. I'm an avid reader. Even though I've lost my eyesight, I'm still an avid reader.
You're more of an avid listener now.
I am more of a listener now. When they came out with books on those Kindle things.
Yes.
Joey got me a Kindle for a gift and I didn't like it. It wasn't a book.
Yeah. It's hard to go from the book where you can feel the pages and the actual turning, you know, the anticipation of getting to the next page. Yes.
It didn't have the feel or the smell.
Yes.
Books have a smell. And I love the smell of a book.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the smell of a book. Right now, I am listening to this and reading at the same time.
Lana says she loves being a listener now.
Well, I do it out of necessity. I would much rather read than listen.
Right.
but I do it out of necessity. But I am actually going back and forth between this and the audio version. Mm-hmm. Because I can't put it down. This is a very good book, by the way. I can't put the book down. I don't know how to explain it. Ever since I learned to read, I can't put books down.
Lana says, my sons always laughed at me for sniffing books, especially Bibles. Yeah.
Joey laughed at me the first time he took me into a bookstore, and the first thing I did was go.
Mm-hmm. Even the store itself has a different smell. A library, they just, yeah.
Joey goes, what are you doing? I said, it smells good in here. He goes, you're weird. I said, if they could bottle that book smell, I'd make my whole house smell like that.
Yep.
He says, you're weird.
She's your little bookworm? That's my oldest daughter. And Wayne's oldest daughter, too. It's funny how much those two are so much alike, Yeah.
I'm reading. I'm not even telling people I'm reading. I can't not read.
Yeah.
I think I'd go nuts. Yeah. I have to have a book to read. Even if I'm listening, I have to have a book to read. I would go nuts. I read every week. I every day.
Right.
That's what I do when I get up and go in the other room. Put my book on. And of course, Joey interrupts me when I'm listening, but still.
Right.
I'm on with the book. I'm not watching television. That's what I'm doing. I'm on with a book because I enjoy that.
Right.
That's my thing. And yet he'd rather me watch TV. I don't want to watch TV. I want to read. Oh, honey, I have a lot of books.
Oh, since I was always a bookworm, I have a ton of books, but if it's not on Audible, I can't stay with it. Oh, man, honey, give me a book any day.
I would too. Yeah. Me too, Connie.
Beauty and the Beast. Yes, ma'am. Me too, Connie.
Me too. Yes. When I got diagnosed blind, we donated a bunch of my hardback books to the library. Mm-hmm. The library took them because they were in such good shape.
Right.
But we did. Not all of them, obviously, but a bunch of them were donated. And we gave away a bunch of my paperbacks. But I'm still been known to reread some of my books.
Yes, there's quite a few, like my Harry Potter books.
My Tolkien books.
Yeah. I remember the first time we read The Hobbit to Warren when he was little.
I love that.
And then when the movie came out, he just loved seeing all the characters, come to life. And of course, by then he didn't really remember a lot of the story. I mean, to know when things were dropped out or how, how you could tell if you knew the story from the book that this chunk here was missing. But oh, yes. And then, of course, we had to go to the Lord of the Rings. Oh, oh, Lana, my brain just isn't working right anymore. Well, at least, though, you enjoy hearing the books being read.
So I love them. And I will take a magnifying glass just to read a paper book.
Right.
I love it that much. Excuse me. I'll give myself a headache trying to read a paper book.
Oh, goodness.
But I'll buy the hardback or paper book, and I'll get the audiobook on Audible. Or if I can get it on Bard. Bard is for the blind people from the Library of Congress. And if I can get it on Bard, it's free for me, and I'll get it there. But the book I have here wasn't available on Bard, so I had to get it on Audible. I think Audible should be free for the blind. I'm just saying. It's not.
I know.
And that's ridiculous. But Bard is.
So on the Bard, do you check it out and have so many days to read it, or is it yours when you download it?
Oh, I had to
You know what I
download
mean?
it and return it.
Okay.
But I could keep it for up to 6 months.
Right. Yeah. I remember when we went into lockdown, um, many libraries, especially out where we're at in West Texas, went to where you could, not that we used the service before then, but if you had a library card, you could go in, fill out the information. You were given an online account, and you could check books out
Yeah, I
that way
can do
without,
that.
well, you couldn't go to the library.
Yeah, I can do
Um,
that with my library, but I can
mhm.
only hold the book 14 days.
Right.
And it's free through my
Mhm.
library.
Mhm.
My
That's
library
cool.
doesn't have as many as Bard. Bard's an acronym, and I can't remember it's books for literally for the blind. It's blind
Mhm.
something something something. Um, but with Bard, there's a larger selection, but not all books have been transferred over to audio.
Oh.
And it is through Library of Congress.
Mhm.
And you would think, oh, well, she's got all the books in the world. No, not everything's been transferred to audio.
Right.
And they only have volunteers to do it over the audio.
Right.
So that sucks too.
Mhm.
Some of Audible's will be transferred to Bard, but Audible won't transfer everything over. I cannot read Braille. I can only read a few things. I tried to self teach and I cannot do it. I need to go to a school to learn it.
Mhm.
But I would like to learn to read Braille. But
Right.
a Braille book, mind you, is like huge.
Mhm.
In order to bring in the Bible, they would need a forklift.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's huge.
Mhm.
So the audio version's much better.
Right.
I have
Well,
a
we
large print
just
Bible.
well, we just never took advantage of the online
Yeah.
availability. I mean, our library had it long before the shutdown. We never took advantage of it because I always insisted when we would go into town on the weekends to stop by the library and get a few books. I mean, I was always checking out books because I'm cheap and didn't want to buy them.
I
Now,
like
there's
to
some
read.
books that I have spent the money and I have bought to have in my library, but um, and many times I would go and check out the book to read it to see if I even wanted
I've
to
done that.
spend the money to buy one.
I've done
And
that.
so we would all go, all of us had our own library card. But it was nice whenever we couldn't do that and it didn't take but that long to sign up for it, and we could then download the audibles
And I
and
also
read them.
have gone to my library and requested a book that they didn't have, and they purchased it just so I could borrow it,
Right.
which is nice. Um, but even they are limited on the amount of audio they have
Mhm.
because now people who do audio for Audible get paid,
Right.
but people who do audio for the blind do it for free.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so it's not a lot.
Mhm.
I wish it
Sam
was.
Sam says, I think the hardest thing about the Braille books is having the sensitivity in your fingers to read the bumps.
I
My
do.
fingertips are mostly numb.
I have the
Mm.
sensitivity in order to read the Braille, but I don't. There's no one that lives near me to teach me. I have to go 3 hours away to learn.
Ooh, goodness.
Yeah, I've been all through it trying to find a way, and I have to go 3 hours away.
Wow.
And we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope it's many, 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 many years in the future.
Yeah. But right now, I'm just using a big screen and magnifiers and doing what I got to do. And
Yeah.
if I got to put my book underneath my camera to blow it up on the big screen, I'll do that. It won't hurt nothing.
That would be good.
But I have it in audio format, and I've been playing it. The cool thing about this book is in audio format, the author's reading it. I love that.
Yeah. How often do you get to listen to a book that's being read by the author themselves?
No, maybe 5% of the time.
Oh, Lana, she says, me too, Sam. My dad was blind and his diabetes ruined his circulation, so he couldn't do the Braille either. Oh, goodness.
I am very, very careful with my hands.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to lose my sensitivity because
right.
I need the sensitivity to crochet and knit.
Right.
And so I'm very careful with my hands. I take good care of them.
Well, that's good.
I'm really worried about losing that sensitivity.
Yeah.
Because that would be bad.
Yes, it would. It would be very bad, especially for what it is that we like to do.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to say thank you all so much for being here. We're coming up on our hour mark. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for popping up here with me.
Absolutely.
I'm going to say, everyone, hello, Gypsy. How are you doing, sweetie? We're getting ready to leave so that all of you can take a little break here. Those of you that love to go and play Hobie Bingo, because remember, this is Monday, and they will be popping up here in about 30 minutes. So go and refresh your drink, grab yourself a project, and sit back, and hopefully you'll win. But until tomorrow, we'll be over at Carrie's for her own bingo starting at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So be sure that you're there early if you need to get some numbers, or if you want to change your numbers, be sure you get that done before we get ready to play. So, Froggy?
Well, Wednesday, I will be back to being live again, just to let you know. That will be at 2:30 Eastern. So I will be back on Wednesday. All right. I'm not going live on Mondays anymore. So I just want to say, please stay safe, be kind to one another, and as always, happy yarning.
And please, folks, remember, always be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know, could be their light that you need to see. We love you all. Y'all have a great day. Bye.